I want to take a minute to tell you the story of how my wife led our family into foster care. Growing up, I had no aspirations to be an adoptive dad or a foster parent. To tell you the truth, I didn't even know what foster care was. My wife, on the other hand, had decided that she was going to adopt a child before she entered middle school. I still remember the day that she came to me and she asked me, "What do you think about becoming foster parents?" At first, I was very hesitant about the idea. I was not interested in signing up right away to welcome children into our life from hard places. And I think one of the main reasons is I couldn't wrap my head around the concept of pouring myself out for a child only to have them leave our home. Yet after a while and her persistence, I agreed to go to an orientation to learn more about what fostering was all about. And I remember at the orientation, they shared stories and statistics of kids who were in care. Some of those statistics really cut straight to my heart. Shortly after, we found out about a 23-year-old who needed a place to stay. And my wife, yet again, convinced me that we should open up our home to this young man. As we heard his story and got to know him, we found out some heartbreaking details about his journey into foster care. When he was 14 years old, he was part of this horrific event that resulted in his entire family dying except for him. He was the only one who survived. And that event led him to enter into foster care. And the thing about his story that made me the most angry, that broke my heart the most, is that this boy at 14 years old, after going through one of the worst things I can imagine, being in foster care, there was no family available to take care of him. He ended up staying in a group home for his entire adolescence. I remember one day sitting with him. We were actually driving in the car. I know exactly the street we were on, and I asked him about why he played so many video games. And I'll never forget his answer. He said, "Well, I don't really like this world. And when I play video games, I'm taken to a place where nobody can hurt me." Hearing those words in that moment, all of my hesitation about becoming a foster parent melted away, and I was left sitting with a little boy who needed a home. The truth is, I'm not alone in my hesitation to become a foster dad. Many husbands are hesitant to follow their wives' calling to foster children. Addressing this issue, author and foster parent Jason Johnson says this: "Some will say it's important that both the husband and wife feel called, and I would wholeheartedly agree. That is, after all, the point. Perhaps God is making that call very clear to you through your wife." The truth is that there are many husbands who are hesitant to follow their wives leading into foster care. And this is really tragic because the need for godly men to step into these children's lives is massive. One national study found that 46% of children involved in the foster care system had not seen their fathers in the last year. Yet study after study suggests that children with involved, loving fathers are significantly more likely to do well in school, to have healthy self-esteem, to exhibit empathy, even to avoid high-risk behaviors like drug use and criminal activity. Foster dads have a unique opportunity to be present and committed to children who need fathering, and in doing so, they can make a significant difference in that child's life. Most of the children I've fostered have moved on from my home, but I am so grateful that at such a crucial and vulnerable time in their life, God allowed me to play a role in making sure that these children knew how much God loved them. To find out how you can make a difference in a child's life, head to fosterthecity.org and sign up to attend an interest meeting today.